Madam Brinley Amicon.
What's good, everybody?
Finally in the flesh, or digitally, I guess.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my God, it's been a long time coming. I haven't seen you in a minute, so this is gonna be a nice little catch up for me as well. But yeah, I'm excited to have you on, citiZen. Thank you for your contribution. Very short and sweet, one sentence for each answer for each question, and I feel like that pretty much sums up. I mean, the personality you are. You're a very straight shooter, and that's what I kind of appreciate about you most. Even going back to the first days that I met you, it was very much just honest interaction. So, Brinley, thank you for being here. Thank you for contributing to citiZen. And yeah, let's get into it. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm fucking ready. Can I cuss on this?
You can. Go ahead. So, Brinley Amicon.
Yes.
Let me set the scene, all right?
Paint the picture.
And it's a cloudy night, a group of friends have congregated at the local house studio to engage in an exchange of bars and melodies, The friends, soon realize that they're in need of extra layers, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Layers that can only be provided by, the wonderful twiddling of, guitar strings. A talent manifested through, the one and only Brinley Amicon. And that was the evening that Midnight Bounce was made.
Yes,
with
it was.
Curbside and Friends. So with the range of talent that you possess, that woman and the woman I'm talking to today are, very much different, even though it's separated by 2.5 years, I'd say.
Yeah.
And so explain the personal progression you've undergone, over the past 3 to 4 years.
So, I remember that night of doing Midnight Bounce, and first of all, it's probably one of my favorite memories from college because that was like one of the first times it was a weekend, Friday, Saturday night. You have the exact date so we can look up exactly which fucking day it was. But
Exactly.
But it was such a unique killer group of people that instead of going out to whatever frat party was going on, we were out here creating a song, like messing around for hours, you guys writing your verses with the stew chain, and
I completely forgot about that.
The fucking studio chain was classic, and yeah. I remember recording that solo, and I was like, wow, this sucks. Like, this is so... But you guys were like, no, this is so good. I was like, no, it's so bad. It's so fucking bad. But one of the things that I definitely didn't know at that time, technically speaking, was vibrato. I didn't value it or understand how important it is to your playing. Like, I cannot emphasize enough how crucial and transformative vibrato is. So exactly, yeah. That's one thing I didn't fucking know at all. The other thing I just didn't know really how to... I knew music theory, but I didn't know how to integrate it actually into music at that point. I kind of tried, but I didn't fucking have a clue, if we're honest.
Yeah.
And so I'd like stick to licks that I knew, or pentatonic work, whatever, just stuff that I knew would sound okay. At that time, I definitely was not sure of my playing. I'm still not. Like, I don't think I'll ever be sure of my playing, but I think now more than ever, I'm confident enough in my skills where I don't feel embarrassed, like, plugging in and turning up the volume and, going for it, as long as it's a good tone.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's so important. At that time, I was so shy. I was so shy about playing. Like, I didn't want to make noise. I didn't want to be in anyone's way. And a lot of it, I think, when I was growing up, I was playing piano a lot. And we had, like, a grand piano. And my family was always like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. Go out, like, do it somewhere else. Stop. Whatever. Yeah. And then they, like, got me a keyboard, and then I could just go in my room and be away from everybody and do it there. Which obviously is not their fault. Like, of course, I understand that, they're trying to live. But I definitely think that played into me being a little bit cautious with how much noise I make. Breaking that cycle, I think we finally have done it. I think we've done it, which is wonderful. And
That's awesome.
yeah, so those are just some technical differences, I guess.
So you said you talked about how you started on the piano, right? How did that progress to you guitar playing, and then how did that eventually lead to you joining a band, which was 79? Am I correct with that?
Yeah, R.I.P. That needed to go.
And then your new band too.
Yeah, piano. Fuck, how did that story go? Okay, I think my friend, who is the vocalist of 79 at the time, she played piano, and she taught me how to play Dream On. And those, I will always remember that, because it's the first time you hear yourself making the noises of like one of your fucking favorite songs is just so paradoxical. You're like, I can't believe I'm doing this. So I practice it over and over and over again until I got it right. But she was the piano player. Like that was her thing. So I already knew subconsciously that wasn't gonna be my thing. Great for ear training and whatnot, but I knew that wasn't going to be my path, that I wasn't going to be imagine like I'm a standing shredding piano player. No. So shortly after that, like, I came into guitar I think that was at the same time. I was doing guitar lessons, and she taught me the piano stuff. And so I was just infatuated by music and producing it myself. Producing, not production, okay, everybody. I think those kind of went hand in hand, and then the more I got into guitar, the more piano just fucking disappeared. And then we had our band, of course, 79. We started that after I was playing for like 2 months. It was a good run.
2 months on the guitar?
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay, bet, damn.
2 months, yeah, because our grand idea was we thought we could start a band and make enough money to buy Aerosmith meet and greets. For sure. Great plan, guys. Yeah. So fucking something else. So, update, that never happened.
Oh my god.
Update, I was supposed to see Aerosmith in December. They canceled. I also bought Joe Perry meet and greets in 2017. He canceled. We're still waiting. But anyway.
Oh my god.
We're still waiting. Please don't die. But anyway, so we did 79. That kind of dissipated for several reasons, long overdue, but the main was the members were all over the country, and it just was not sustainable. But it's funny because my new band also has members all over the country, or like, I think the dedication is far different from last go around, and the seriousness and the strategy behind what we're doing is way more like plausible to be successful, I guess. But yeah, so now I'm in this band. We've been through so many members. Oh, it's the same bass player from 79. Like we left that and we were like, let's just start something else. This band is called Vonan.
I really like that. Vonan, is that based off of anything? How'd you come up with the name?
Yeah, okay, so we knew immediately that we didn't want to be like, two random words put together. No offense to anyone doing that.
Loaded diaper.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, yo, that's a punk name. But yeah, we did not want to be two random words put together. And also we learned our lesson with 79, like numbers or just the generics of it. It's so hard to be Googleable and be the first thing to come up. So obviously, like, my name is a combination of names. So we're like, maybe we could, try and make some word up or something. And so that band name is a combination of my name, Johan's name, and then the drummer we were working with at the time. And, and then we wanted to have a fun letter in it, because, like, Led Zeppelin, Van Halen, ZZ Top, they got a cool letter, okay? They got, like, the big Scrabble points going on. So, we were standing in the parking lot after rehearsal, and we were, like, spitballing the names that we had come up with, and I thought Johan said Vonan, and he said something else that was stupid. But I was like, Vonan could be kind of good. Like, that sounds kind of cool. And then the second drummer that we were working with, he was like, what does this mean? I was like, I don't fucking know. We just came up with it. And I guess he looked it he looked it up, and apparently it has something to do with the number 3, which is my favorite number. So
oh shit, okay.
Let's rock with that, I guess. But yeah, that's that.
Vonan rolls off the tongue. Vonan rolls off the tongue. It's an easy purchase. If I wanted a tee, you know, I'm a big graphic t-shirts guy. You know, so Vonan on the cover or on the front of a graphic t-shirt could go absolutely crazy. I'm telling you.
Oh, absolutely. And you know the logo's gonna be bitchin'. You already know. It's gotta be.
Oh yeah, I love it.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. In the graphics, the whole thing, the merch, you fools are not gonna be ready.
Need that.
What inspired you to create, you know, or start your content creating journey, you know, especially knowing that content creation in the field that you're entering is pretty unique, you know, especially the musical lane, you know, and you be shredding on those videos. So what inspired all of that?
So I think at the time, this was, let's set the scene. This is 2020,
yeah.
I think, 2020, fall, winter. I think November. I was doing the classic, because I've been doing Instagram videos for a long time. Oh, here comes the air conditioning. Hope that's not a problem. Sick. But anyway, so I've been doing the videos for a while, and at that point, like, Reels and TikTok had been introduced, but I didn't really give a shit. So I noticed the videos were, like, doing real fucking bad. And so I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just give this Reels thing a try, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I did like 1 or 2, and it was definitely doing better. And the thing I liked about it was, you know, it pushes it in an algorithm so people that don't follow you can find this. Whereas with main feed posts, it doesn't do that unless you hashtag the shit out of it, which who even looks at hashtags at this point in life? It's not the vibe. It's very 2012. It's not the vibe. It's not the vibe. Then like December came along, and I said, okay, you know what? Maybe let me try and really like do this, post an absurd amount of content for the month of December, and just see like how many followers I get. And I think like by the end of it, I don't remember how much I had. All I know is by mid-January, after doing it for like a month and a half, I hit 10K, and to me, I was like, bro, I hit 10K. Oh my dude, like
that is huge. That's huge.
I was fucking over the moon. I have a K, dude. Like,
in the process of, you know, creating this content, you talked about how you hit 10K in you know, in a month and a half, right? When do the DMs start coming in? How did you know, manage to secure sponsorship deals with some of the biggest, you know, guitar brands in the country, especially when considering names like Gibson guitars? You know, that's absolutely insane.
It is. It's like, to this day, it's such a fucking honor, and I'm so grateful working with all of these people, and the fact that they, you know, have the time for me. When you first said DMs, I was like, which kind of DMs? I was like, the weird ones, or when did that? I don't know.
Oh my god.
But anyway, so funny enough, I received a DM from this guitar store in London, where I am now, called 6060 Sounds, and you know, the owner, Yan, he was like, hey, do you want to hop on the phone? Love what you're doing. And I was like, sure. Like, you seem cool, why not? And, you know, on the phone, we're just connecting. We had a great fucking time. It was awesome. Just like someone you felt you'd known for ages. And he was like, oh, are you working with Marshall or Gibson or, you know? And I was like, no. I mean, I'd love to. I think they've liked 1 or 2 of my posts in the past, and that was amazing. But no. And he's like, oh, well, let me just like get you in contact with them. I was like, what the fuck? Really? Yeah, so he just immediately, put me in these emails with, like, the artist relations directors for both companies, and, it's fucking crazy that I'm here right now, because I finally got to meet him for the first time, and it's been, like, 2 years of us just talking on the phone, and him really believing in me and connecting me with these incredible brands. Who knows how long it would have took if it weren't for him. So such a crazy, beautiful full circle moment right there. But yeah, we got those endorsements, and obviously the Gibson showroom is like fairly close to where I live, and I was doing the Let's Talk About It, and my guitar collection is limited, of course, but theirs isn't. So
I was about to say, you literally have a litany you have a whole catalog that's like at your fingertips. That's ridiculous.
exactly, and that's why I was like, why isn't anyone showing these crazy unique guitars that live in here? I would go in every week and I'd shoot content for them, and I also just wanted to get close with them and, you know, become on a friendly level, and that's what we've been doing. I kind of like slowed down at some point last year, just because I felt like I was becoming too known as the gear girl versus the guitar player, and I was like, I gotta get this in order. We gotta make sure this shit is straight. So yeah, had to take a break from talking about it. But you know, that's pretty much, I think, the story.
Did you find a favorite guitar? Do you have a favorite guitar that you play right now? Did you have a video, or Let's Talk About It, that you enjoyed the most?
Yes, absolutely. So my favorite guitar ever is my 2001 black Les Paul Standard, which is the black Les Paul you see me playing in like 80% of my videos.
I know exactly which one you're talking about. I literally know exactly which one you're talking about.
That's so sick. Yeah, that is my fucking prized possession. And it's not the most expensive, crazy custom shop, thing. But that thing is everything I could want. Like, the neck is slim taper, and it's just, I have small hands, so it's easy for me to like get around.
Yeah.
The pickups in it just they're super, mid heavy, and especially being in a band where I'm the only guitar player, you kind of need that thickness, but it has the same, like, a great amount of bright tones to where you still cut through the mix, and that's what I also love. And then I put different tuners on it. I got locking tuners on it, and then the back is a paint job disaster story for another time. Like, dear fucking God, that was bad. Great intention, terrible execution. And I gotta live with that for the rest of my life. But yeah, that's my go-to one for sure, through and through.
Yeah, and what continues to motivate, I guess, your content creation, your guitar playing, your band membership, and then can you walk us through your creative process, I guess, and follow up, whether that be writing music or creating content?
Absolutely. So what keeps me making reels? This is a question I asked myself in the fall, I think, because I had like my midlife crisis of why am I doing what am I doing here? What am I doing?
Yeah.
And honestly, as much as I enjoyed the break I took, I kind of missed it. I missed connecting with people over the songs that I love. And I think there was a point where I was doing it for other people and hoping I would, I'd look a certain way or like play the songs people wanted to hear to hope that the reels performed better. But now I'm kind of just bringing it back to, I'm just going to play whatever the fuck I want, whether it's beginner, expert mode, average Joe mode. I'm just going to play what I want, because this is not my career. This is just for fun. Like,
Exactly.
This does not reflect my original music whatsoever and my actual playing abilities, so I might as well just have a good time here. So aside from that, I also think Instagram, as much as I hate social media, it's such a great way to connect with people you wouldn't have in the first place.
I'm telling you, I'm literally telling you. I don't know who I was talking to this about the other day, but Instagram is like our LinkedIn, our version of connecting with each other, putting on not necessarily our best face, but our hopefully our real face, and I liked how you started talking about, trying to build a better sense of authenticity in what you do produce, because that's super important. That's one of the, the one of the resolutions I try to come in, into 2023 with, is just being more authentic in my presence, whether that be in person or online. So yeah, I could definitely appreciate that. Absolutely. And I mean, the thing with reels,
or just social media content creation in general, people can get so caught up in the numbers that you lose your authenticity or the sense of self, or why people started watching your stuff in the fucking first place. And I'm definitely guilty of that. So coming back, balancing things out, but also holding myself accountable to, producing a certain amount of content per week. It's just a good way to kind of balance everything out, I guess. Or at least I'm doing my fucking best. Like, we're all human. I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
No, and like you mentioned, in a numbers-driven like society, how do you measure the success of Brinley Amicon?
Fuck, that's a great question. I think I measure it internally, how it makes me feel at the end of it. Like, if I have to post, if I'm posting something just to post it, and I'm not like 100% confident in it, then I don't feel that success. Even though like maybe the video made someone else happy, I have my qualms. I'm like, it's not perfect, it's fine, but I just need to post something this week, so you get what you get. But when I finish a video or a song or whatever it may be, and I'm excited to post it, I'm excited to share it, I'm excited to work on it, that's where I feel most successful. And I'm such a firm believer in, if you don't believe in it, why should anybody else? So getting excited about things and being sure of yourself and the things that you create is definitely, I'd say, my like internal measure of success.
So tell us about, particularly, memorable or successful moment that you've had in your music career, whether that be online or, through your band, that you were especially proud of.
Oh my God. That's a great question. Okay, I guess this is a fun story. So, I remember, I don't know when this was. I don't remember. It wasn't that.
I saw the gears turn and you were trying to put a date on.
That's the worst part. Shit. Sorry everybody. I'm sure I'll go back in my archive. I'll find it at some point.
Okay,
but I think it was sometime like last spring-ish, And earlier in the day, I'd done a cover of one of Joe Bonamassa's covers, and it was a specific like clip from Eric Clapton's was it Pretending? I think, I don't remember the song. It was Clapton something, it was Joe covering it, it was me covering his cover, okay? That's what it was.
Awesome. We're there.
And I took the video of Joe doing this part when I saw him like in 2014 or something like that, and just the melody stuck with me through all of these years. So I was looking for something to do a reel on, and I said to myself, okay, why don't we do this? Sweet. So I did it, posted it. Joe was nice enough to like give it a like, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. And I was at the Gibson showroom that day, and then I left to, I finished my work, and I went to go get a coffee. And then my rep, he texted me, and he was like, hey, Joe Bonamassa is coming through to do rehearsal for something. It was a bunch of people rehearsing for something. Like, you should come back. And I was like, I should turn around. So I go back.
I guess.
Yeah, I was like, I guess I should probably go back. So I go back to the showroom, and at this point, Joe doesn't even know this story. Joe, if you happen to watch, which you're probably not, click off. I was terrified to meet this man. Like, terrified. I was like, if there's one person I never want to play guitar in front of, it's him. Because, like, he's absolutely extraordinary. We were watching them do rehearsal, and I remember my reps say, when I play guitar, it doesn't sound like that. I'm like, yeah, fucking me neither. It makes me want to quit and never play again. Like, he's that talented, effortlessly talented. Yeah, and so, when he was done rehearsing, I was like, I'm never the type of person to go up to somebody and be like, yo, what's up? No, that's not me. So I was specifically angling myself to where it looked like I wouldn't see him. So, because we just had this encounter online where he liked my reel of me covering his shit. So I'm like, maybe he knows who I am, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I don't want to come off pretentious and assume this fucking, guitar god knows who I am. So I'm specifically looking away, like trying to avoid him, honestly. And he points at me and he goes, "Hey, I know you." And I was like, "What? What do you mean?
Oh my God.
What do you mean?" We immediately got to talking. We're just shooting the shit, talking about guitars, The Simpsons, everything, you want to talk about. And then, he brought, like, I think a 59 Les Paul or something like that, which is creme de la creme, And he's like, "Here, play it." And I'm just fucking shitting myself at this point, playing this 59, his personal 59 Les Paul, in front of him. Like, I'm sitting there like,
Jesus.
fuck me, what the hell?
I just got like goosebumps for you right now, bro. What the hell?
Like, shit, I was not prepared. I was looking crusty that day. I was like, this is not the day. But it is happening. So I played it. I was like, yeah, this is, I was making my comments. Gave it back to him. And then we exchanged contact information. And that was probably the most shocking moment, just because I was like, this person knows who I am, was so fucking kind, and let me play this stupidly expensive guitar, and now wants to help me? What?
That's crazy.
And
That's crazy.
This is all through fucking social media.
That's insane. That's actually insane. One, talking about the power of social media, yeah, that guy, he probably was actually, like, waiting to, like, say hi to you, honestly. He probably saw you, like, a good 15 minutes before and was like, yeah, I'm gonna say hi to B.
I'm out here hiding. I'm deliberately looking the opposite direction, but I'm also taking videos at the same time. I'm like, damn, look at him rip, look at him do this, I gotta steal these licks. But then trying to fucking not have this awkward encounter where, because the last thing I'd want is for him to think that I was also being a douchebag and not acknowledging and saying hi, or because I don't know.
I think it'd take a lot for you to come off like a douchebag, B. I'm telling you, for real.
For real.
I'm an overthinker, so what can I say?
No, I am too. I feel that. But at this big age of yours, with the litany of experiences that you have had, what's a piece of advice, a piece of wisdom that you'd give to, other young musicians, starting their own journey, whether that be in content creation, joining a band, especially because, bands these days, or like, excuse my ignorance if I do sound ignorant at any point, but it seems as if, solo acts, are being pushed more than actual bands and collective acts. So, in this time, what made you take that leap? And two, what advice would you give to somebody deciding to, take that or go on that journey?
Yeah, so bands require a fuck ton of patience. So much patience. So much collaboration, so much compromise. Yeah. Like, I understand solo acts because there's only one person you really have to deal with, and it's yourself. But bands are so rewarding, and I'm the type of person where if I come up with a song or whatever, I always, go to Johan and the rest of the band. I'm not like, this is the song, learn it. I love the collaborative effect and piecing things together and transforming it into this mind-blowing, I don't know, that's subjective, but into this fucking art form, and it's just beyond yourself. And it's really hard with bands, I feel like, for some people, because they try to make everything personal when it's not. We're working for the song. We're not working to highlight whoever. Like, it's not the me show all the time. It's not the fucking bass show. It's not the drum show. It's everyone working together to produce this, thing. So my advice to anyone starting a band or whatever is, first of all, find people as dedicated as you are, or at least pretty much close. Obviously, there's always going to be a leader or something like that. But fuck, if people in the band do not give as many shits as you do, this is going to be 15 times harder, and it's going to be disappointing. Like, you're going to be disappointed, you're going to be fighting against yourself, it's not going to be worth it. Like, unless you're doing this recreationally, that's different. But if you want to try and get somewhere with this, then you have to find people that are as motivated as you are. And personality is as important as talent. Absolutely. Because you're going to be spending just an ample amount of time with these people. Yeah.
Okay. Exactly.
So make sure the personality dynamic is just as important as the musical dynamic. It's all very crucial. Everyone brings something different to the table. Make sure everyone's carrying their weight. Be patient with each other without, dropping the ball on everything. It's about balance. It's a whole fucking balancing act. For social media, I would say, as cliche as it is, you gotta stay true to yourself and what you want to produce, and don't get on it to try and get followers, or maybe do it to try and get followers, who knows, whatever you want, but make sure whatever you're doing is authentic to yourself, and you don't have problems spending hours creating, because you're gonna be doing it for hours and you're gonna burn out. Okay, so pace yourself too. Fucking pace yourself. Oh my god, pace yourself. Don't go into overload. It's really easy to start getting that adrenaline rush when you see all the notifications, come in and whatever. You gotta continue to balance things out, and prioritize the things that are actually truly important. This is just a fucking app. It means literally nothing. So
yeah, no, Brinley, you was spitting right there. Damn, you could run a Fortune 500 company with that wisdom right there. I'm telling you for real. You just spit bars right there. But how do you aim to use your own platform to give back to your community, I guess, as a creator, or as a as a musician in a band, as a guitarist?
So I think specifically, I'm trying to highlight, obviously, women in music, but through specifically highlighting, you don't have to be a guitar player and a singer. You don't have to be a guitar player and a keyboardist. You don't have to be a guitar player and fucking overly sexualize yourself. Do what you want, but don't feel like you have to.
Exactly.
I just want me playing the fucking guitar to be enough. That's all it is. Let's normalize that. Not even backing vocals. I really don't like to be behind a mic whatsoever. It's just not me. So just normalizing these new things, cutting through stereotypes, and contributing to conversations, especially with the good old classic, women can't play rock and roll or whatever, you can't do more than rhythm guitar, or it sounds like you're playing sounds like a woman. That's the big one. You sound like a woman. Are you fucking serious? And some people will say as a compliment, you play like a man. It's that's not dude. That's not it. It's not delivering what you want it to deliver, unfortunately. So yeah, just trying to help and encourage more women, or just people in general, to pick up an instrument, pick up a guitar. Whatever music you may be playing is fine. Yeah, there's a lot of work to be done. Let that be known.
Awesome.
No, I feel that. And I guess my last question is for you, Miss Brinley Amicon. Thank you for your time. If you could collaborate with any musician, any band or content creator, who would it be and why?
Oh my God. I think we all know the answer to this, unfortunately. Jimmy Page.
Okay.
Jimmy Page, man, the myth, the legend. He just seems like the sweetest guy ever, and obviously I look up to his playing. He's really guided my playing quite a bit. And one of the things that I love about Paige is the looseness and the human aspect of it. I don't remember what quote this was. I could be totally off and butchering this, or it could be someone else. I'm 99% sure it's Paige, but whatever. I think he was listening back to some recording, and there are like a couple flaws in the guitar tracks, and you know, they were saying, oh, do you want to retrack them? And he's like, no, leave them, that shows it's a human. Highlighting the imperfections in playing is crazy, especially for someone like me, where I put so much pressure on myself to execute things perfectly. Now I'm just trying to do it to the best of my ability, or just to have a fucking good time with it. But 99, like, all of the music that he's put out or collaborated on, whatever, is so tasteful or unique, and it just has his style. It has his signature on everything, so it'd just be a fucking honor to sit there and, you know, do some fucking blues rock song with him. So, Jimmy.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Jimmy Page.
Jimmy, let me know.
We need a link up. We need a link up stat, all right? Brinley Amicon, Jimmy Page is going to happen in the next year. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. That's money. That's money. Miss Brinley, it's been a pleasure. Thank you lots for your time.
Of course.
Yeah, I guess I just want to give you the floor now to, you know, share what your future goals are for music, and then if you had parting words, it's your time to do so now.
My God, that's a lot of pressure. Okay, parting words. It's been a long fucking ride with this new music. It's been a long ride, but shit, I will not put anything out that's less than perfect or nothing I don't stand behind. I'm not gonna put out music just to put out music. But this new band, it's been like a year in the making, people, okay? I haven't been just shitting around. I promise this has been happening. It's coming.
Let's go.
Let's go. Very soon. Sooner than you think. Maybe within a couple of months. Who knows? Yeah, I'm really fucking excited for that, and I'm so excited to show you what I'm putting all my time and effort into, and I hope that you enjoy it as much as we do. And social media, let's just have a good time. Let's just hang virtually, you know, do our thing. I'm gonna try and be more active and include you in more personal things these days, so I'm very happy to be doing this interview because I really don't do many.
Let's go. I did that.
Hopefully you guys get a better sense of my personality, and looking forward to whatever the fuck is gonna happen in this. What are we in 2023 now? Yeah, so stay tuned. Big love.
All right, stay tuned.
Parting words, stay fucking tuned. Let's go.
Thank you so much for having me. Like, seriously, I'm so excited to be a part of this, and happy to, you know, collaborate, promote in any way I possibly can.
Let's do it. Hey, Brinley, I appreciate you a ton. This was amazing. I needed the laughs. I needed the good conversation. So yeah, I'm glad we got to do this. Got to sit down. And yeah, like you said, I look forward to future collaborations, pitching you in on whatever ideas we do have in the future. But without further ado, this was citiZen signing off.
Let's go.
Brinley. This is awesome. That was awesome. You did great. You did perfect.